Hi, my name is Sara Mc Namara and I come originally from the west of Ireland in a region called, funnily enough, Munster. And I moved to Munster, Germany 7 years ago, and I went on a walk in Gievenbeck, and I was really surprised to find Haus Ruschhaus, which is a very beautiful garden and house, and that started my interest in Annette van Justa Hulshoff. I find her incredibly fascinating and a female role model. I only had read her poems in German, and then about a year ago I started reading her poems in English, and I found that it was really eye-opening, because when you're reading in German and it's not your native tongue, then it's sometimes very hard to understand really what she meant. And I found that when I started reading her English poems, it was really interesting, because then there was no frosted glass, so to speak. It was really, really interesting to really understand her poems. And I would like to now read one of the first poems here. It's my favourite poem. It's also quite self-explanatory why it's my favourite, because it's brilliant. And she wrote it when she was 18 years old. My songs will live long after I have disappeared. Many a one will tremble before them who has felt as I do. Whether another has offered them or my own hand, behold, the songs are allowed to live, but I disappeared. And I find it's really interesting. Annette is very well known in the German-speaking world, but not really in the English-speaking world, and I think that's such a pity that is so, and I think it needs to be changed. And yeah, I can only just invite the viewers to look at her poems. And for example, this book, The Wild Muse, is actually one of the only very, very limited English books that are written about her. And yeah, what I would like to do is read another poem. Restlessness, 1816. Let us rest here on the shore for a while. The rays of Phoebus play upon the sea. Can you see over there the white armies of pennants? The boats are all set for their journey to the distant land. Ah, how uplifting it is to delight in the infinity of the ocean. There is no longer any thought of size and space concealed as a goal for our dreams. We must not shrink from imagining it as immeasurable as eternity. Who has fathomed the limits of the sea? How far it drives the foaming wave? Or its depth when the heavy plumb line comes up unsatisfied and the anchor provides no stability in the wild sea. Would you not like to travel in circles with the intrepid sailors on the infinite plain? Ah, I should like to fly like a bird, to go with bright pennants far, far where no footstep ever sounded, no human voice ever echoed, no ship ever cut through the fleeting pathway. And onward still endlessly, eternally new, to hurl myself free and unfettered, full of joy, through alien creations. There is a thudding and a glow in my heart. Restlessly I am driven from side to side in my narrow life, with place and time pressing down upon me. The fearful striving of the soul is called freedom, and in my breast eternity resounds. Quiet, quiet, my foolish heart. Will you eternally long in vain, eternally pour forth in fruitless agony, tears battling with the impossible? To be sure the earth can offer much pleasure, and every moment precious joy. So still, my heart, your fervent trembling. In truth there is in life so much that's good, such sweet desire, but so seldom happiness. For only rarely does a man enjoy the pleasures that blossom all about him. They vanish unperceived. Be still, my heart, and learn to acquiescence. Does the bright ray of Phoebus, which plays gently shimmering upon the waves, bring you no joys? Let us turn home from this damp shore. It does no good, my friend, to stay here. My dreams press heavily upon me. From far off comes the sounds like songs of homeland, and the old restlessness returns. Let us turn home from this damp shore. You wanderers on the waves, farewell. They try to tie us to our firesides and call our dreams yearning and hopes foolish, and yet the heart, that tiny speck of earth, has room for all creation.